The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Switch it. Cut. Now.
This is the third-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shoot. Go on. Ready?
Osweiler. And this one caught by Beasley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
No. Check 4. Look, squeeze. We got double up. Check 37. Hey, seam 6. Lead grip.
Osweiler will throw again. And he finds Beasley, complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun to give to Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hands up. 318. They go 368. Hey, Charlie.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Osweiler on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
80 weapons.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Check your hot read. Watch twist, watch twist.
Let's go. Shoot.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. 4 down. Check.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
60 outlaw.
Heavy on the edges, Watch the safety creep.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check.
Look at me. Go.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Hey, Alpha.
57's the mic. Watch 57. I got you.
Now.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and then shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Come on now, let's go.
Ready, break.
57 to Mike. Y'all not ready. Watch the shift.
Topper.
Shift. Check 99. Check 99.
Ready.
On 1st down, Osweiler. And the grab by Croft. And past the 40. Before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Osweiler now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check the backer. Check the backer.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Rock it.
On 1st down, Singletary. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Darquez Denard there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On the ready.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a run with Singletary. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Osweiler. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he's going to go down again. Ed Oliver in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Let's go. It's a gain of 18. That's good for Bills. First down.
Ready?
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Flag.
50 Hey, Delta.
50 Cent. I got
Get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
You draw Corkers.
Hatchet. Alert flare.
Shoot.
Final play of the half. It's Osweiler. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. To come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Switch.
Mixon with a first down carry. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They're not ready for this, man.
From the 27, Dalton. Flush to his right. He completes it to Boyd. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, switch gears.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Oliver picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
At their own 46-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Check 24, check 24. He's checking.
Ready?
From the 36, Osweiler, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
You're out.
Check 3.
Got a man. It's Brown. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here.
Here's Dalton. Got his man. It's Eifert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And a catch good. It's Eifert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now Dalton, and that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They'll give this to Singletary running right. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Slam, slam, slam. Check 13. Check 13.
They go right back to Singletary. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
132 fighter.
Now it's Osweiler. Open man here is Foster. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Protein spill.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Watch the eye.
Hey, Sam off. Let's go.
A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
You can't block me. Check 43. You go tight. You got 5.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
I can't believe they let you play.
A give, Singletary right side. And they'll get him down right about the 20. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go ahead, go.
Regular.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Hands up.
Dalton here from the gun. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his second touchdown on the season, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for two. Operating from the gun, Dalton. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
It's a loss of a yard.